Hi, everyone. I'm stuck. I'm stuck again. Is it Mira? It's not even Mira. Is it March Mermaid Madness? Is it Mermaid March Madness? I think it's March Mermaid Madness. Let me try this again. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is Wednesday, March 12th, 2025, and this is season 2, episode 7. And is it episode 7? I don't think so. Let me check and see. Third time should be the charm. Hi everyone. Today is Wednesday, March 12th, 2025. It is season 2, episode 6. And this is my special episode for March Madness, which I am calling March Mermaid Madness. And why am I calling it March Mermaid Madness? Because it's all about the mermaids. Did you know that March 29th, 2029 is International Mermaid Day? I didn't. I heard about it from Ken from Kenny's Stitches and Will from Illit Stitches. Look them up. They're here on FlossTube. So they decided that on the 29th of March, they were going to do Urduja. I'm sorry about the zipper. They were going to start. They have an unofficial sal. It's Stitch Any Mermaid, but they're going to start Urduja. So I was like, hey, I have that kitted up. As a matter of fact, Ken had purchased it from Under the Sea Fabrics, and I actually got Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics to kit it up for me when it first came out. So I got the whole kit, specialty frost, fabrics, everything from Leslie. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. And then I Googled, and it is true. March 29th is International Mermaid Day. So I'm like, you know what? Last year I did March Madness. Why not do Mermaid March Madness? I went and I pulled out all of my kitten mermaids, and I pulled out all of my mermaid patterns. So I decided that I was going to do a kit/pattern parade, and I was going to pull out 10 of, well, it's technically 11 of my kitted mermaids, and I was going to do a little Mermaid March Madness. So this is what I've decided. So I guess I could start out with the patterns because they're easier to put away, and then we'll go from there. So let's start. So for my first pattern, I have Bella Filipina. I have Mermaid of Tabataha. Is it Tabataha? Mermaid of Tabataha. I thought I had her kitted, but I don't. So, but she, of course, is beautiful, and I will eventually have her kitted up. But for now, we're having fun with her. Let me just make sure that the glare is not on her. And this is what she looks like. My second mermaid is Nereid Galathea. Mermaid, Nereid Galathea. And this is what she looks like. Sorry about that. She's gorgeous. I love the fact that she's sitting on a clam. And she's like, you know what? I'm tired. I don't feel like swimming. I'm just going to sit here and rest for a while. That's the attitude. I see that. It's like, that's her attitude. That's what I see on her face. I love it. The third one that I have is Akoya Pearl Maiden. She's so pretty. I love how intricate her tail is. Just love how she looks. I'm trying to make sure my light doesn't reflect on her. So those are the 3 non-kitted Bella Filipinas that I have. Moving on to my Mirabillia, I have Siren and the Shipwreck. Mirabillia. Love her. I so want to stitch her. She's so pretty. And I have an idea of, I so want to stitch her. But we have to pick and choose. And right now, yeah. Eventually. She was like, I was so ready to start her. Enchanted Mermaid. She should be called Queen Enchanted Mermaid. The way she's sitting, she's posing. She looks like a queen. She should have been called Queen. I went to kid her. Just the fact that, yeah. Just her pearls alone. You're going to spend a good, just on her pearls alone, you're going to spend a good $50, $60. Just in her treasures alone, you're going to spend a good $50, $60. Because one of her treasures, you need to get 10 of them. And the other treasure, you need to get 14 of them. And those treasures are like $2, $3, $4 a pack. So yeah, just the treasures alone, you're going to spend a pretty penny. And I think that's why I held up on her. The other one is GC Mermaid. I think she's the sister to Bluebeard's Princess, but you know, don't quote me on that. I think it's because of her position. I like it because she's got the compass. She's got the north, the west, the north, the south, the east, and the west compass on it. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but compass. My accent, sorry, my Caribbean accent. I'm just gonna say it how I say it. Compass. Okay. And the last one is Emerald Mermaid. And I am so in love with her. I think I'm gonna start her as a birthday start because I couldn't get her kitted in time. She's so pretty. I'm thinking she will look so pretty on a lavender or purple fabric. Like a purpley blue. I mean, but then she's in the ocean. It's supposed to be ocean. So maybe like a bluey. Yeah, blue. Like a deep blue. We'll see. A Caribbean blue. We'll see. So those are my non-kitted patterns. And then we'll move around. So I think it was in 2023. I had ordered the mermaid box from Under the Sea Fabrics. And it came, I think, with 4 fully kitted mermaid patterns. When I say fully kitted, it even included the finishing. And one of them was this one called Sea Hag. And you will see it finished right here. I need to fully finish it. And this is what the pattern looks like. And it came, here's a finishing kit. So the other one that it came with was, this was from, it's called Meridian Designs. I don't know if it's available or not. Is MD-047 called Twilight Mermaid. I'm sorry about the glare. Can you see? Is it okay? And it came fully kitted. I put them in the little baggies. It came fully kitted. The other one was Here We May Be Free. This is what it looks like. And it came with the fabric and the floss. And then it came with a Bella Filipina called Blue Lagoon Mermaid. Yep, Mermaid Mystery Box 2023 for Under the Sea fabric. And this is what it looked like. I am so in love with this. I'm sad I can't start it. However, I think I'm gonna start it after the Mermaid Madness. And this is the fabric it came in. Gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. And fully kitted with BMC delicate beads, treasure braids, everything. That's one thing I like about Under the Sea kits and stuff. They really, really know what they're doing. So that is that kit, and that is my mermaids kits and patterns that I am not going to be stitching. I've already shared my Urduja, which is the one that I am going to be working on for International Mermaid Day, which is March 29th. And now I'm going to be pulling out the kits that I will be drawing. So what I did was, as you can see, like this one's number 10. So what I did was I cut pieces of papers and I numbered them from number 1 to number thing. And I put them here in my cute little silver bowl. And I am going to be drawing. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a little shirt. So the plan is on every other day. So on the 12th, on the 14th, on the 16th, on the 18th, on the 20th, 22nd, 24th, and 30th, 24th, 26th, 28th, and 30th. I am going to be drawing. I will do a little short video where you will see me drawing the number. And once I draw the number, I will show the kit again. And I will be doing the number that I draw, the mermaid. Oh, here it is, the number that I draw. I will be doing that for 2 days. The plan is that I already shared in my previous video that on Mondays I'll do Mill Hill Monday for 2 hours, and then after that I will work on the mermaid that I have picked. I'll pick a number, and then the number that I have picked, I will work on that mermaid for 2 days, and then on the Tuesday it's Tiny Modernist Tuesday, and I'll either work on Fantastical Greenhouse or I'll work on birthstones and flowers, either or on Tuesday, because on Tuesday and Thursdays I work on Tiny Modernist. On Wednesdays is Chatelaine Wednesdays, so I will be working on Chatelaine, and all of it is 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, depending on how, like, I try to finish off a string or whatever, and then I'll switch to my mermaids. On Fridays is Full Coverage Fridays. Again, I'll try to finish up my whatever thread. My minimum is $250 for my full coverage. Saturdays is Stitchy Saturdays, so I'll go with my Put a Bird on It and stitch however much I can, because I need to play catch up, but that's in the future. And then I'll then come home and then work on my mermaid. Sundays is my secret project for my anniversary for my husband, which is my, I think is Corey Betancourti, but don't quote me on the thing. I have to go look for it and I'm not looking, but I'll be working on that. I'll work on it for like 2.5 hours and then I'll pull out my mermaid. That's the plan. Now even though I will pick a number on the 28th and I will work on the 28th on that number mermaid, on the 29th, I will pick up Urduja. I will work on Urduja on the 29th and on the 30th. And then on the 31st, I'll go back to the number that I picked up on the 28th. And I will if I remember, I wrote the notes. I have it written down on my planner, which I just moved, so I'll have to think. But I will go back and I will reiterate that in my shorts. Now, there's a saying that said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I planned, so I don't plan to fail. However, there's also a saying that says the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So I'm a Libra, so I'm always like this. Let we see what happened, right? With all of that being said, let's move right along into my 11 kits. The first one I showed you was Urduja. She's fully kitted. I think I might mean, oh, another thing. You will not see any DMC because I work off of a master plan. There was a time where every time I received a kit, a pattern, I would run to Michael's with my 30% coupon, or I'll run to Joann's with my 25% coupon, RIP Joann's, or I'll run to Hobby Lobby with my 53 cents a skein, and I will kit my patterns. And then I realized, example, Mirabillia, Nora loves to use 754, 758, 754 and 758 for almost all of her girls. And there was a point where I had like 6 754s when she only did it for her face. And personally, I don't like, I think I vented about, especially the mermaids. Like, mermaids are not supposed to be peach. They sit by the thing. They're supposed to be tanned, bronze, cocoa, you know, chocolate, because they've been so tanned because they're mermaids. I remember there was a time that I went to, because I'm from the islands. I'm from St. Croix. I'm from the islands, right? I remember there was a time I didn't go into the ocean. I was sitting under the tree in the shade with my baseball cap, just watching the kids in the ocean. I came back home and I had a tan because the sun reflected against the ocean and I got a tan. So with that being said, rant aside, I'm going to be changing some of their colors and making them more tan. So what was I saying? Oh, okay. So I don't kit them up. I have and I can share that with you if you're interested. Leave that in the comments. I have a master set, so I basically have all my flosses on floss straps, and I have my backup set, and if I'm missing one, I write it down, and then I wait for Michael's to have a 30% off online, and I do order pickup, or I just take a ride to Hobby Lobby and I pick them up at 53 cents a skein. Sorry, UK folks, for rubbing it in that we get to buy floss so cheap. I don't mean to rub it in. Anyway, so I'll start with the oddball. Number 10. Number 10 is Shared Cachet. It's called Shared Cachet by the Cross-Eyed Cat, designed by Catherine Roga. Let me take it out of the plastic thing because my light is reflecting, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so when I saw this beautiful piece, 3 stitches has it stitched on the wall. The model is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. She's so pretty. I was like, and I saw it last year, and when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's got a dragon. I'm gonna do it for Year of the Dragon. But then I don't know if that's a dragon or if that's a snake. It looks like a dragon, but it could be a sea snake, right? But it got little, but it got little wings, so who knows? But I'm in love with it, and it's a mermaid, and I've had it kitted. I've got is this 25 or 28? I think it's, I don't even know what I did with the paper. Oh, here it is. It's a 32 count vintage Atlantic Lugana. So look how gorgeous it is. Of course, it's going to go like this. It's going to be like this. But look how gorgeous that is. And I've got the Kleenex. Oh, sorry for the clinky. But I've got the Kleenex. And the pearls I'm saying pearls, but my Mill Hill beads are, I have all my Mill Hill beads right here. So this is how I have my Mill Hill beads, and as I get them, I put them and I share. We share. And then I got some here, if I back up, and then I have some delicas like this. And this is how we roll. So I will be, sometimes what I do is, if I don't have a particular Mill Hill color, I do the Google search or Safari search, and if I have one very similar to it, I plug it in. And that is number 11, shared cash. And I am excited to start this. Let me put this back because I have to. I had it in a big bag. So this is one of those, this takes like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. This takes like 50, 22, and 44. This takes like 50 DMC skeins. I had kitted this up, and then that's why it's in a big bag. And then and half of them I already had it in my stash. So that's how I was like, yeah, we'll go from there. Number 9 is Twisted Mermaids. Now, I call these the Twisted Sisters. I need to stop, but that Twisted Sisters is if you remember, it was a heavy metal band in the 80s. Twisted Sisters by Mirabillia. I will be stitching these. I've got the bead pack. I will be stitching this on a 28 count linen Stormy Night. And the story behind this is, they're holding on for dear life because it's a stormy night. And that's why they're twisted onto each other, because they're holding on. And that's why I decided. Now, why did I do this? I took the greens of their tails and the blue of their tails, and it just popped against this. It just popped. I wanted it. So when I choose my fabrics, I always choose a fabric that's going to tell a story. Whether it's dark, it's like, this was an exception. It was white, and it was for my daughter or my granddaughter, so it was an exception. But I always try to choose a fabric that's going to tell a story. My imagination is wild. So I wanted, and I couldn't find, I wanted a limey green, but I had already decided to use the limey green that I had for another project. So when I saw this, as much as I was looking for Lugana, I couldn't find a Lugana. So the linen was next. And I think it's going to be very, very pretty. I am also going to use, I'm not going to use the Karen Water Lilies. I am going to use my silk from Mo's Sale Silk. Side note, shout out to Mo's Sale on Facebook. She also has an Etsy page. Etsy? I can't even say that right. And it sounds even worse with my accent. But I think I always do I do not get any kind of thing. But let me tell you something. I love her silks, and I'm going to keep on investing. And, you know, yeah. Yeah. So I will be using, instead of the Karen Water Lilies, I'm just going to use what I have from my stash because I can and I will. Number 8 is Mermaid Perfume. Now, Mermaid Perfume, I am going to be using a little bit of my creative spin. Why do I say that? First of all, we are going to be using a 25 count Lugana. I did the math, it will fit. And the color of this Lugana is Alaskan blue. Gorgeous. We like. The second thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to be substituting all of these dark colors The darkest dark, so there's dark right here is supposed to be 310. The darkest dark right there is supposed to be 310. And right here is supposed to be 310. I'm going to do it 500 because this dark right here is supposed to be 500 and then it's supposed to move on to 501, I think. So I'm going to make this dark right here, this 310 into 500. And then the second darkest right here into 501. And then this color right here and right here is going to be 550. And the next color after 550, I think is 550 something. Let me see if I have a picture of how it's going to be. Because, yeah. Here we go. I'll insert right here what it's going to be. And this is one of the silks of most silks that I'm going to be using. It's inserted in a paper, but the color way that I'm going to be converting it is going to be right there. If anybody is interested in it, be more than happy to contact me. I'll be more than happy to share it. I'm hoping that I can also share it in my Facebook page. I'm trying to figure out how to do all that technique. Sorry, I almost swore. The technical stuff, but I'm old. My brain is old. I had a head injury like in 2011, and with the medications and the head injury, I'm forgetting stuff and I'm starting to not remember stuff. So let's go. So now I have to take pictures, write shit down, and yeah. On top of that, I pulled out all of my Mo's sale, because if you look at her pattern, if you look at the pattern, you can see, so all of this head stuff and here is Karen Water Lily. Honestly, I think this one's prettier. Here, where's it? Yeah, right here. So I'm going to use this instead. And then this right here, yeah, so I'm going to figure it out. But I have pulled out my skeins for Mo's sale. We'll see. We'll see. So she is kitted. Why did I bust open this? I don't know, but I think I needed I think I needed $4.79 for another pattern, and I popped it open, but it's back to there. So I have all the things in here. Whatever I don't need, I'll put back away. But for now, this is where this madness is at. And when you look at the picture, because I'm going to insert it again, when you look at the picture and the colors I chose, the way the jewel tones, the way they pop up and stuff like that, you'll see why this madness is going to work. Number 7, and I guess I'm going backwards, right? Because number 11 was Urduja. Number 7 is Andromeda. Andromeda. She's so pretty. Now with Andromeda, I'm seriously thinking about just darkening her lavender. I'm pretty sure you have seen enough of my, I'm hoping you have seen enough of my, to know that purple is my favorite color. I'm purplicious. I love purple. And as much as I love the lavender, I wish it could be a little bit more darker. Just a tad bit darker. So I think I'm going to make her a little bit darker. I'm not going to change the beads. I already have the beads. See? I have the bead pack. And I've got the Krynic. So, because it calls for, I think the green is, and the beads are part of the thing. So I've got that. And it's got green and purple and lavender beads. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to be stitching her so there was, before my husband lost his job, I was on the Oak Crown Studios Fabric of the Month. Unfortunately, when you become unemployed, I mean, he's employed now, thank God. He's employed now, so, but I'm still holding up. I'm trying to get rid of the old debt before I can go back and doing all of these Fabric of the Months. So I was on the Oak Crown Studio Fabric of the Month, and I had gotten, this was the April Fabric of the Month. I think it was last year or the year before. and it was a 28 count opalescent Lugana. And this one's called Forest Floor. Look at this. And I think that's another reason why I want, I mean, look at this. Yeah, perfect. And I think that's another reason why I want it darker. And I think I'm going to use one of those silks, one of those mauve silks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's why I have those little cards, so I can write down everything that I'm doing and I'm using, so I don't forget when I put it away and come back to it 3, 4 a year later, and I don't remember what I did. My next one is Bella Filipina. This is number 6. It's Bella Filipina. Tempress of the Cursed Sea. She is so pretty. She is so pretty. I am stitching her on a 28 count Lugana or even weave, hand dyed by me. This is last year. I think I shared it. I hand dyed this. I had a dyeing party with my girlfriends, Julia, Christine, and Diane, the Stitchy Saturday squad. And I hand dyed this, and it came out so fantabulous. You'd think I planned it. I didn't plan it. It just happened. And as soon as it dried, I'm like, I know what this one's for. So I will be stitching it on this and that. And yeah, I had purchased this along with these. And give me a second. Sorry about that. That was hubby coming in to tell me bye. He was on his way to work. So yes, so I'm really excited about starting this. I know she has a little, honestly, I think she's like an elf mermaid because she's got the little elf ears. I think she's so cute. Now, at first I thought about putting her on a different color fabric. But we'll see. I might change her colors because I don't know how that pink mauve look is gonna look against the red, so I'll try it. Who knows, I might end up completely color converting her. We don't know because I'm thinking I could probably, instead of using the light, I could use a purple, a dark, like a violet dark purple. We'll see. Or violet blue. We'll see. Number 5 is Amphitrite, Queen Goddess of the Sea. Now this one's a monster. I think every you know, this is one of Bella Filipina's monsters. Like everybody has thing. Cause it's got everything. This one's got an octopus. It's got a clam with a shell. It's got a dolphin. It's got fishes. It's got coral reef. It's got a turtle. She's the queen. It's got a conch shell. She is the queen, and I am super excited to work with her. She is absolutely gorgeous. I know it's gonna take me forever. I still haven't finished Megwine. The only Bella Filipina that I have started and finished was Greta Goldblum. As a matter of fact, I started Megwine first before I started Greta Goldblum. I finished Greta Goldblum, and I'm still not finished with Megwine. But that's neither here or there, because for me, it's all about the process, and I enjoy it. So I am going to have fun. I don't even know where I'm going to start. I don't think I'm going to do a center start. I think for all of these, I'm just going to start. Like for the Bella Filipina, I'm going to start on page 1. And for Mirabillias, I'm just going to start from the top center, and we're going to go from there. I'm going to figure it out. This one is going to be stitched on a 32 count linen called Kaleidoscope from Fabrics by Stephanie. This is the only Fabrics by Stephanie fabric I have, and I literally bought a fat half just for her because this one finishes on a 14 count Aida. It finishes 20 inches by 25 inches. It is 285 stitches by 362 stitches. So this is, but look how beautiful this is. Like, it's gorgeous. Now I'm going to measure it. I know it's big. This one's big. I'm going to measure it to make sure where to start, and then I'll go from there. I have a love-hate relationship with linen. Linen is gorgeous. I love linen because it really takes the color. It really, but my love-hate relationship with linen is that, you know, you have the threads that are so, it's like they're hair thin. They're literally hair thin. And then you have the other thread that is a slug. It's such a slug. And if you're not paying attention, or if you're like me, that I'm sometimes sleep deprived because I can't sleep, so I try to stitch, and I call it drunk stitching, because I don't drink, but I'm sleep deprived, so I'm stitching, so it's almost like you're DUI, you know, then you make mistakes. Anyway, I got the bead pack. And as for the specialties, like the either Kreinik or Rainbow Gallery and whatever specialty threads, that will come with time. I am not stressing out about it because I have learned to be creative, and I will show you that with my next one. Number 4. Number 4 is dun, 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 Bluebeard's Princess. I am so excited to say. Let me tell you something. They say the picture doesn't do it justice. And I think I say that all the time. And it is 100% facts. Pictures do not do it justice, especially these. I think they just print low quality or whatever. Or I think it's just whatever. Anyway, I am super excited to stitch on this. I am going to be, I've already gathered the beads. Some of these beads, I was able to acquire at 3 stitches. Some of the little ones. I paid a pretty penny for the tiny ones, like the Magnifica. I paid $4.80 for these Magnifica beads. Look how, right? But she didn't have all of them. So, of course, Google's from God. Like God put the inspiration of Google into whoever invented Google, and yeah. Anyway, it's a joke. You don't have to agree with it. It's an opinion. Opinion are like assholes. Everybody has one. So I was just being a funny. If you don't like it, just fast forward, okay? But so anyway, I did a Google search for some of these, and where's my notes? So example, I did a Google search for 101 Mill Hill 10106 because I couldn't find it, and it showed me the color of it. And then I found this one, which was Sundance color number 11. 101 was like a ready, and I ended up finding this. This is close enough. I'll plug this one in, and that's basically it. It was the same thing as I did a Google search for 132, which is almost like a Victorian gold, and wrong color. Where'd it go? I lost it. Here it is. It's like sorry. 132 is like a fuchsia gold, a fuchsia, shimmery fuchsia, and Sundance 29 I number 14. So and look at that. So that's close enough, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'm good with that. And then the other one was 191. It was like a Victorian, it was a gold, and look at that. Let me see. Focus. There. Pretty gold. And this one was 471. So for the beads, the ones that I could get, I got, which I basically got all of the beads that I needed for Bluebeard's, because that's one thing I do try to get. I also picked up this Nymo. I'm going to try Nymo because I have a tendency. If you hear me swearing while I stitching with Naimo, forgive me, because I've heard Naimo. I usually bead as I go, and I use the floss I have. So I did that. And then I picked up what I could find for Kreinik, and then some of it I didn't have, and then I had DMC. So some of the Kreinik, like, it asked for chartreuse green, and I had this DMC, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try this one for the chartreuse green. And then they have a forest green, and I picked this one up. I had it in my stash, so I said, let me try this. And they had this pretty blue, I forgot the name for the Kreinik, so I'm gonna try this one. Devil's Butt floss, but I've discovered short, slow, and tie a knot at the end. Don't try to do open-ended loop start. Tie a knot at the end of the two flosses and take your time, and you won't have any. Yes, I figured it out. Short, slow, and take your time. So I've showed you Bluebeards. I've showed you the beads. I've showed you this. Let me show you the fabric. I am going to be stitching this on Oak Crown Studios 28 count opalescent Lugana called Rough Ocean. This is what it looks like. Side note, maybe I'll do a little short to show you. How do you store your fabrics? This is how I store my fabrics. I store them on comic book boards. I cut them in half and I wrap them around, and I have a little tray, and I just store them like that. So when I'm ready, and I keep the label just like that. So all the 28s have the label in front, and I just flick through all the 32s, all the 14, all the 18s, all the 20s, and I just file for or look for it. Let me know how you store yours. I can be a tad OCD. There's organized chaos in my life, just like my brains. I have organized chaos in my brains. Anyway, so let me take this out. I have this clear little, I don't know if you can see them, and I just basically, and then I store this. But yes, this is what this looks like. It's gonna be gorgeous. I am super excited. Super excited about this. Keep my notes. These are my little notes of what the beads I have and all of that stuff. Listen. You know, I'm starting a mermaid today. Today is the 12th, so I'm really excited about which pick I'm going to have, which number I'm going to pick today. I really hope it's Bluebeards. But you know what? With my luck, because I want it so badly, it's not going to be that one. My next one is Esmeralda. Esmeralda, Bella Filipina. Super excited about it. Love her. Esme is my middle name. It's also short for Esmeralda. Esmeralda is the Spanish version. Esme is the, I think it's French or Dutch or German version. I looked it up. I forgot what it is. That's how my brain works. She's gorgeous. I am stitching her on a 32 count opalescent linen from Under the Sea fabric called Cosmos. Look how gorgeous. And I got the bead pack. And I think this goes with it too. I'm not really worried about the Kreinik, because the Kreinik will figure it out later. Kreinik is in the Kreinik / Rainbow Gallery. I could figure it out later. I'm not really worried about that. Number two is Morgana. This is a fairly new release. I am stitching Morgana on a 28 count opalescent linen called Midnight Summer from Under the Sea fabric. See? Again. And this is what it looks like. And I have her complete. I have her. So this is one of those that I told Leslie, yes, I want her completely kitted. I normally with Leslie, I would tell Leslie, hey, you know, give me the Delica beads. I have discovered that I prefer Delica beads over the Mill Hill beads. However, Delica beads can go up to $10 to $15 more than the Mill Hill beads. So this time around, and then I wasn't thinking, and I told her, go ahead and give me the Karen water lilies. And yeah, so this one came out a little bit more pricey, but you know what? I'm not complaining because I got her. She's beautiful and she's ready to go. And yes, I did do, like I said, I did the whole kit. So Leslie kitted her with Cosmos and all of that stuff. I think, I don't remember. And number 1 is Sol Tropical. I am so in love with her. There's something about her. She reminds me of my Latina roots. She reminds me of that sassy Latina me. I am just so in love with her. I'm keeping her as is. The flowers, the hibiscus flowers, the sassiness, like, don't mess with me. I am so yeah. Anyway, I am going to be stitching her on a 32 count Lugana from Be Stitch Me called Jellyfish. It is more, yeah, that's it. That's about right. Maybe a tinge more green, but this is what it's called. This is the name of it in case you, Jellyfish Feels. That's what it's called. There she is, right there. I have substituted the Karen Water Lily Flamingo for the habanero. That is for the flowers. Look how gorgeous that is for the flowers. Look how this is going to look against this. So I've substituted that. And then I am going to be substituting the Karen Water Lily, the green kelp and the other green, which is around the thing for these two from Most Silks. Look at that. That's I think there's another green, but that's the green around here for the right here, because this here and this here is DMC, but this green right here is supposed to be Karen Water Lily, and I am going to be substituting it for, I'm going to be substituting it with these two from Most Sale. Look how pretty that is. I am so in love. Yes. And then what else? The 152 Krynic is going to be replaced by PB48 for her hair. And then I think there are other Krynics, but that I'm substituted. So the thing I was telling you about the tags. I think I got this off of Etsy. I'm not sure, but you know what? I think you can make your own. I know someone who made their own, and they had it printed at Vista and print. But you can make your. I just bought it because I'm not, like, I've been out of an office since 2011. Windows and Excel and all of that shit has been updated jillions of times, and I can't even tell you. If I can open Word, I'm impressed. It's easy for me to just print something, buy something PDF and print it. So I basically print this. I cut them in half because it comes with 2 in a sheet, and I cut them and I print them on cardstock. And yeah, and I keep these, and then when they're done, like example, when they're done, this is the one for mermaids of the season. I just write down what date I finish it. If there's any, do I have one here that has any finished dates, any modifications? I don't think I have any here that has any modifications. No. So if they had any modification, I would write if there's any modification. So when I fill this out, when I'm ready to start it, I would write down all the information, and then if there's any modification, I will write any modification. If I change, it's not if. as I'm ready to work on her skin tone, I will change the modifications of what her skin tone is, and I'll put what they were. I will draw the symbol of what her skin tone is, and then I'll put what her new skin tone is. And that's basically how I work. Now, even though I showed you Urduja, I'm going to show you the actual fabric and all of that stuff. Because I showed you Urduja. Let me bring it closer. She's gorgeous. I like Urduja because she's, look at her color. She's already tan, bronzy. This is what a mermaid color is supposed to look like. Look at her color. She's not pale. She's not peach. She's tanned. I'm sorry. I don't know if I shared this. It is on Lugana. I think it's a 28 or 32 count. I don't remember because it's kitted and this is what it was bought. This is what we're using. It's not opalescent. This time around, I love the shiny. Anything glitter, squirrel, right? However, it's called, the fabric is called Hurricane. She is so full of Krynic, or in this case Rainbow Gallery, that I was like, no, she does not need I felt they were going to be fighting if I did her on opalescent. So I had bought her fully kitted from Leslie, so except for DMC. So this is her Krynic pack. Look at it, her Rainbow Gallery pack. I think it's, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think it's 12 Rainbow Galleries. That's a lot. And then this is her DMC conversion bead pack. Oh yeah, that's a lot of them. That's a lot of them. Cover your ears. I'm gonna open it real quick. Crinkle, crinkle. Sorry about that. Crinkle, crinkle. There we go. I'm really sorry about that. Look at all these beads. These are all delicate beads, except for 2 of them. And 2 of them are Mill Hills, but you know what? We're okay with that. All right, this is heavy. I am stoked. Like, I am super stoked to start. And I think the reason why I like delicate beads is because they're so perfectly, I have the word in the tip of my tongue and it won't come out. They're perfectly and symmetrically singular circles, like tubular, like, you know, like they're perfectly round tubes. If you take they're like perfectly round tubes. Like when you compare one of these to a Mill Hill, they're junky, they're crooked, they're thick. I put them on any kick. I pay my money for it. But these are like symmetrically perfect. I got the word. I told you I had the word. Anyway, so I'm super excited to start this one on the 29th with Ken and Will and anybody else who is going to be participating in Mermaid International Mermaid Day. It could be any mermaid, and let us know. I will be updating in my Instagram, which is Addie's Cross and Quilts on Instagram. You know, I am on Facebook under Adelia Rivera. I am going to see if I can do a Facebook page under Addie's Cross and Quilts. If I can, I will see how I can link it, because I'm learning how to link and do all of that crap. So for now, it's time to pick a mermaid. We are officially kicking off Pick a Mermaid for March Mermaid Madness. I have my numbers here. It is numbers 1 to 10 because we know number 11, it is Urduja. So shake, 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 shake. We will take, and we are opening it up, and it is number 3. And who is number 3? I gotta go look down here in this thing. So let me stop and bend down, and then we'll see. So number 3 was Esmeralda, named after me. What an awesome start to kick off March Mermaid Madness. I am so excited. I will be starting this later on this evening because I still have to put in my 2 hours for Chatelaine Wednesday. So it was awesome to start this with you, this journey. I will be doing the wrap up of March Mermaid Madness on the 1st, either the 31st or the 1st of April. I need you to know that I will not be sharing any of my mermaid updates with my regular. This is going to be completely separate from my regular stitching. I will still be posting my regular whip updates on Wednesdays, but it's not going to be including my mermaids. So if you're only interested in my fancy mermaids or my March Mermaid Madness, then my next Mermaid Madness, where I'm going to be sharing all of the stitching, will be on either most likely the 1st or the 2nd of April. If not, I will see you next week, Wednesday, for my regular weekly update. And remember, keep on smiling, because your smile may be the only brightness that someone may have seen or shared for that day. And every day may not be great, but there's always great in every day. Have a good one for now.